This video is brought to you by Saiyan Pride, cause that's healthy, right? What's up, everybody? Yep, it looks like it is Vegeta. And if you were following me on those social media things, all those groups and stuff, you may have seen the poll and may have made this Vegeta review happen. So thank you. Or if you voted for some other people, maybe next time. Maybe next time. That's all I gotta say. I was very surprised that everybody picked Vegeta. Just, you know, he's my dude. He's my favorite dude. But, I mean, I got new figures like Kid Krillin and Gotenks, and everybody's like, no, we want to see Vegeta. So Krillin got... yeah. So, anywho, Vegeta in the box. He's a little bit of an older figure, but there he is with his glorious looking poses. So let's go ahead and get him out of here. Okay, so here he is, Vegeta. Looks like he's got the crossed arms through another. You know what? That is super cool. I didn't expect him to. You know what? Never mind. I see why they did, because this dude's probably got a hole in the side of his head to, you know, do that stuff. 2 interchangeable faces, 1 interchangeable head, 2 arms because he's got those cross arms, a crushed scouter because that number is, you know what number it is. It's over 9,000! A key blast hand and some angry maybe technique, more key blast hands. They look like Gallic gun hands. I'm blabbering on. Let's go ahead and get him out. Alright. This Vegeta is fantastic. I gotta say I'm already in love with him, and I am so glad that he won. So yeah, here he is, Vegeta, looking nice. Let's go ahead and do those articulation. He's got the double jointed knees, some toe action right there, and some hingy things for his Saiyan armor. Really liking that, because last week we reviewed Captain Ginyu and boy was it a mess. He's got that 2.0 body that we have come to know and love, or most of us. Got some shading on his, yeah. So his kick can go about that high. I'm loving this kick with the crossed arms. Got full 360 motions, some hinges on the shoulder pads, loving that. So it doesn't look like his torso can spin around. Can we? No, it doesn't, but he does have an ab crunch, so good to know. His arm has already fallen off, so let's go ahead and change those arms. Alright, so where were we? So his arm came out. He does have double jointed arms, or hinges for his elbows, ball joint within the wrist right there, probably can't see it, it's cool, and bicep swivel, and you got some butterfly joints. So, alright, let's see. This to me seems like it's considered like a butterfly joint. See how it's boop, boop, boop. Yeah. So I'm gonna say butterfly joints, yes, but already loving this figure. Let's go ahead and go over his shading. So ironically enough, I've already looked him over, looked at his shading. There's really nothing going on, which I know is opposite of Vegeta 1.0. They went crazy on shading there. I like, to me, I just like the sculpt of the 2.0s. They've got more articulation. But I gotta say Vegeta 1.0's shading and paint apps do look nice. So you get a point there. But really nothing going on there. Some pretty stark white boots. Like, nothing there. Now, I did want to point out, I think we mentioned this earlier, but the one part of shading that is there, and I think it is the most important part of the figure. Are you ready? It's that. Why? Why is that shaded? It makes no sense to me. I don't know. His butt's got no shading. He's got a little hole there for his tail. Tail does look nice. It looks like if it were floating in a pool, it would probably clear the pool out. But other than that, looks really great. The one thing, yeah, Vegeta, look at me. Look at me. So that white little chip there on the Scouter is probably my fault. But look at that Scouter. It's so nice. If it was moving, I bet it would make beeps and boops and noises and stuff. Even the earpiece. Earpiece looks fan-freaking-tastic. Just like the sculpting in there, all those little notches, looks great. I am loving that Scouter. Hate to see what would happen if he got mad. Oh man, this is gonna be great. So as far as the rest of the paint apps go, normally with the skin tone of the body and the neck, there is just a little bit of a difference, and it looks like there's just a smidge. You would have to be like, is that? Yeah, I think that's different, but it's nothing that you're gonna see, well, focused. Right there, it's nothing that you're gonna see if you were like just glancing at the dude. Black stark hair, nothing going on there, but it still looks nice. It's sharp, just as ever. Okay, so I was already wondering how that Scouter was working. Look at the freaking engineering. They just put like a gap between his ear and his hair, and that's where it goes. That's so cool. I thought there was legit going to be like a peg hole for his ear like someone last week. But man, does it look so good. Oh! And those eyebrows looks fantastic. We're already kind of going into accessories here, so let's just naturally move on without even mentioning it, right? Well, I guess we mentioned it, so it's happening. Okay, so first off for accessory. Yeah, I don't know why I do that every time. But first off for accessories is a plain Scouter. I saw it in the package and I was like, hey, why is that there? He was already on his face. So there's a plain Scouter. So if you don't want him reading any power levels, looks freaking fantastic. Can't get over it. I love just the translucent it goes through. You can see his eye. Sculpting on there looks good as well. Alright, so this is an older, this isn't a story of a girl. This is an older, there we go. And we got a new guy behind the camera today. It's Johnny Roast Beef. So we're trying to make him work. But so like I was saying, this is an older fig art. So the mouth there, I'm kind of centering on the mouth. The mouth still looks good. Teeth look great. Mouth looks good. But there's let me see if I can get a comparison. So as far as comparisons go, I did want to show, like, look at Trunks' mouth. He's got a distinct tongue and then a distinct actual mouth. Vegeta, just a mouth. I'm not being nitpicky, I'm just showing there is a difference between older and newer fig arts. But other than that, fantastic looking face. If we can get the lighting to hit just right, come on. Aha. So I gotta show my hand. But there we go, Johnny Roast Beef coming in the clutch hour. But see that vein? Looks so good. Loving that. The eyebrows look great on there as well. Just great accessory, great paint apps going on with this dude. I don't know, you tell me, does something look off? Like, his Widow's Peak looks a little bigger to me than it normally does, and also either there's a smudge on the very end or it's curling. I can't really tell. We'll do a comparison. it looks like a smudge and a curve, or it's just not centered. Something's off, and I don't like it. But anyways, other than that, eyes look great. The teeth look a little weird. No, I wouldn't say weird, just, I don't know, they kind of look off to me as well. Something about this whole face plate is off. But sculpting on ears look great, shading in there, and eyebrows have those lovely anime lines right there as well. So, pretty okay. Kind of weirded out by I'm probably going to have him yelling in the dial. And lastly, for face plates, we've got a smug, happy Vegeta. Loving that. Looks great. The teeth look great. You can see a little bit of the open mouth, so there is a bit of a difference there. Anime eyebrows looking nice. Just fan-freaking-tastic. And look at that. Look at the smirk. See that little smirk line? Yeah, I don't know. Is that a paint smudge? I have confirmed with Johnny Roast Beef that that is a paint smudge. So wait a second. No, it looks like it's an indent. Johnny Roast Beef, you fight. So no, I'm not holding some petrified tiny little piece of poop up to the wind or to the camera. It's his tail. It's got a little peg right there that goes into his buttocks. Okay, so the peg is not hinged. I didn't expect it to be hinged, but I just wanted to make sure. So it's a tail. Pretty stark brown poop looking colored tail. Okay, and so the last accessory that we're going to talk about before we get to the hands, because the hands are just hands and hands, is this crushed scouter piece, which is looking fantastic. Nothing really to show off too much about it, but it does look like it is legit, like crushed, like even looks like it's like broken glass in there. That is just so cool. Loving that so much. So we're going to do, because normally I put those on the background and you can't see them. So there it is. 2 Ki Blast hands and 2 Gallic Gun hands. So, you know, pretty par for the course for a Vegeta. So let's go ahead and do some scaling. So our height challenge stands at about 6.5 inches with some super tall hair and 5 inches without. So pretty par for the course. So there is Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku. Looks very nice. Just connected to Vegeta. That's weird. Next to Vegeta. So that is fantastic, and these two are kind of made for each other as far as what saga they're both in. I know this is from, you know, Ginyu's Anton, or, you know, Frieza saga, but yeah, I love it so much. It looks really good. Okay, so I wanted to check, like, here's all the Vegetas. These 3 look perfectly fine. They look like they are exactly the same height. So that's really cool. Blue Vegeta over here, I know he's older and stuff, but Blue Vegeta is it because you're looking down? Nope, you're still shorter. So it is a little weird, but I mean, we're going to say he doesn't matter because of what we're about to do. If you want to break canon and you have Majin Vegeta from last year, I believe it was August, it fits. Yeah, how you fit, huh? At first it was a little loose, but I just kind of pushed his head in there a little more, and boom, looking nice. So break canon all you want, because Majin Vegeta does fit on that normal Saiyan Saga Vegeta's body. More instances of breaking canon. Super Vegeta's head does fit on Saiyan Saga Vegeta's body. So that's really cool, and it looks cool as well, right? An instance of not breaking canon, and I was really nervous about this because getting the head on Majin Vegeta's body was a little tough, but it did work. Very solid. No, it's not loose at all. It looks great, and you can have a powered down Vegeta for your display. So it works. I mean, you kind of already figured it because everything fits with everything that I've showed you on the 3. We're not touching Vegeta Blue because it's weird. But so yeah, that fits on Super Vegeta's body as well. So that is fan-freaking-tastic. All right, guys. So we have went over articulation, paint apps, sculpting, accessories, and scaling, and I'm gonna call that last little thing some companion pieces. Guys, let's look at this photograph. Ladies and gentle collectors, my god, is this Vegeta awesome, amazing. I'm mad at myself for keeping him in the box that long. All of the above. What a freaking awesome figure. I'll be honest with you, and a little short story time. This was not this Vegeta, but old Jack's Pacific, I think it was, Vegeta with the undoing armor to where he looked like he just had pajamas on, was my first Dragon Ball figure, and like I said, we're gonna do a tiny little bit of story time. I was so dedicated to Vegeta at that time when I was younger that when he died on the show, I buried him in my sandbox. Let that sink in. I buried my favorite figure in the sandbox because I wanted to stay true to the show. And I didn't dig him up until they wished him back after the Frieza saga. So that's a little look into my mindset. Messed up, yes, I know, but man, is this Vegeta awesome. There are a little bit of gripes that I want to go over, and it's nothing crazy, it's nothing too big. It's just this tail right here. See that little peg? It doesn't want to stay in. Like, if you push it in like that, it kind of stays in, but then it looks a little higher on his belt, which, yeah, it's whatever. And these little flappy things kind of get in the way of some Gallic Gun poses that you saw just a minute ago. Those were a bit of a pain to deal with. And but that's really all I got to say about, like, as far as gripes with him, is just the tail. The tail's just a little bit of a bothersome thing going on there. But other than that, man, what an amazing figure. I am so good. Can't get over it. And look, so you know how I was doing those little head swaps right before we did a little look at the photograph thing? You know how it came with 2 heads? Yeah, you're not seeing double. Look, you basically get another head for your other Vegetas without even buying another one. So, because I was wondering, I was like, you know, what am I going to do about, you know, because I would maybe like to have a powered down Vegeta in my display and stuff. But this dude, he doesn't go Super Saiyan. Well, I mean, canon-wise, he doesn't go Super Saiyan in this outfit, so it didn't make sense to only put the black head on this and then have this dude just sitting headless. and stuff. So I can't tell you how awesome this is to have 2 black-haired Vegetas. The only thing you're gonna see is, you see that little gap between his ears right there? That's just for the Scouter. But I had to show you that. You didn't know it was there. But man, guys, what an awesome figure. Did you like the figure as much as I did? Or, I mean, you probably have him, but do you like him as much as I do? Am I just gushing over Vegeta because it's Vegeta and it's Figuarts and I can't get over these dudes? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that notification button to let you know when I get those new videos up and about, and all that other stuff. What else? Oh, if you like these shots, which I think I did okay this time, go over to that LeCompton _projects at Instagram and make sure to follow me over there, and just watch, have fun, entertain, interact, all that fun stuff. But until next time, guys, Compton out.